ESPN analyst has bizarre theory for Knicks' deplorable effort in Miami. The New York Knicks are getting beat at their own game. In the first round against the Cavaliers, it was Knicks players who were putting in the extra effort to secure loose balls and rebounds, but in the semifinals, Miami is noticeably outhustling New York. If it weren't for Jimmy Butler being out in Game 2 with a rolled ankle, the Knicks season would have likely ended on Monday in Miami. After all, New York nearly lost to a team without Butler thanks to the efforts of Gabe, Vincent and Caleb Martin. Now, the Knicks face an elimination game at MSG on Wednesday down 3-1. Playoff Jimmy is a real thing. Erik Spoelstra is a better coach than Tom Thibodeau, hence his 2 NBA titles. New York has a more talented roster than Miami, but that hasn't mattered, especially given the poor effort that the Knicks have put forward. Game 4 was abhorrent for a multitude of reasons, but it was particularly frustrating to watch New York's all-star appear as if he could care less about helping his team win on the defensive end. Most fans know that there isn't an excuse for the Knicks' play, but ESPN's Mike Greenberg believes that there is. ESPN's Mike Greenberg blames Knicks' lack of playoff effort on Miami weather. Mike Greenberg cited Jalen Rose, someone who actually played in the NBA and has said that it's difficult to go to Miami to play this time of the year. Greenberg said some of New York's energy has been sapped by the temperature change, the heat, the geography, being down there for 3 days. He added that Jimmy Butler has destroyed the Knicks, which is true. The weather in Miami is far different than it is in New York, so while what Greenberg said has some truth to it, to refer to that as part of the reason why the Knicks' effort against the Heat was low in Games 3 and 4 is absurd. Is the weather to blame for Julius Randle committing a turnover off a lazy pass and throwing his hands up in defeat rather than getting back on defense? Or his inability to close out? What about Mitchell Robinson choosing to stand and watch rather than box out? There were too many little things that went wrong for the Knicks to bring up the weather in Miami as an excuse. New York didn't look all that great in Games 1 and 2 at the Garden. Randle had the best game of his playoff career thus far in Game 2 and he's going to need to have a similar performance in Game 5 for the Knicks to avoid elimination.